We get 5 views now on the legacy of Justice Marshall. Nina Totenberg is our regular Supreme Court watcher. She is the legal affairs correspondent for National Public Radio. Kathleen Sullivan is a professor of law at Harvard Law School. She joins us from Boston. Lino Graglia is a professor of constitutional law at the University of Texas Law School in Austin. Eleanor Holmes Norton is the delegate to Congress for Washington, D.C. She headed the Federal Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in the Carter administration and formerly taught at the Georgetown University Law School. And Gary McDowell is a visiting law scholar at Harvard Law School. He served in the Justice Department as a speechwriter for Attorney General Edwin Meese from 1985 to 1987. Nina Totenberg, is everybody surprised about this decision?
Well, yes and no. I mean, Justice Marshall is almost 83. But I think as you watched him today, as the court announced a major decision reversing a decision of just 4 years ago, and Justice Marshall looked down at his former colleague, retired Justice Brennan, who was sitting in the guest section at the court. And you saw these two men, their time has passed. There is a conservative juggernaut at the court now. And it is clear that whatever revolution in the law there has been over the last 30 years, there is now a counter-revolution going on.
So when he says, as he did in his statement, that it's advancing age and health considerations, you're saying there was more to it than that?
Well, I'm sure that's that. But when you're 82 years old and you know you are never going to win again in anything that matters to you, why stay? And I think from some conversations I've had today with people close to him that that really was his viewpoint. He had always said, you know, he would serve out his term, and his term was a life term, so this was a surprise in that sense.
Eleanor Norton, any other thoughts on why and why now?
Well, I suppose we've had to face the reality that even Thurgood Marshall is mortal, and like everyone else, he can be expected to retire at some point. I think when you've had your finger in the dike for as many years now as this justice has, when your health
You mean that almost literally?
I really do, particularly with the departure of Justice Brennan. The other very firm progressive voice on the court, with what may have been family and friends saying, give us something of the time you have left. The decision is not irrational. It is profoundly disappointing, though, to those of us who have followed his career and depended upon his life on the court.
Why disappointing? What is the legacy? What is it about this man that was so important?
Well, this justice has probably had the most distinguished career in the law of any living.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?